Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here today to College Park. We're here for the 1B playoff final between DUFC and Cashel RFC. This is the first meeting between these two clubs ever. So, out here comes the Cashel team. We actually unfortunately do not have a Cashel team sheet in front of us, but I do know that the president, his second name is O'Donoghue, his son is in the second row today for Cashel. So big game, first time meeting between these two sides ever. So it's a big historic day here in Trinity. Joined here by Johnny Hammond today.
Pleasure to be here, Josh. Excited to watch this game. It's always exciting when there's a new team that no one's played before. Very much looking forward to this.
Cannot wait. So we've got the Trinity team here. So we'll start with the backs. Number 15. Matty Lynch. On the wings, we have James O'Sullivan and Noah Byrne. Noah Byrne just being back from Irish 19's camp there. Centres, we have Louis McDonough and Mark Walsh joining him at 12. Mark Walsh's first game back from injury. Great to see Mark out. And here we have Louis leading out the men here now. Great to welcome back Paddy McCarthy into the loose head. Zach Baird is our hooker, with Arthur Shelley O'Rahilly in a tight head. Our second rows, talismanic as ever, Steve Woods and Tom Davison. The back row with Conal Henchy, Max Dunn and Dave Walsh. Great to welcome Dave back into the team today. He was away last week eating rocks.
God, they look good in white, don't they, Johnny?
Oh, they look unbelievable in white, Johnny.
The sun has started to come out and it is a glorious day at Trinity College Dublin.
So, before we actually kick off, there's going to be a minute silence here for ex-RFU player and former Trinity president. Sorry, ladies and gents, I don't know his name, but just a minute silence here for that man. Oh. And with that minute of silence finished now, we should be kicking off. Not sure which. Looks to be Trinity here to kick off into Cashel.
Small huddle beforehand. Louis trying to get his point across. It's all about mentality with this game, Josh.
It certainly is. Huge game for either side. Trinity win today, they remain in 1B. If Cashel win today, Cashel are promoted to 1B.
It's all to play for here. Let's see how the first phase of plays play out.
Another big playoff final today is the 1A playoff final between UCC and Nina Ormond. Not entirely sure where that game is, but the winner of that game will be promoted to 1A. City of Armagh lost last week to UCC, so City of Armagh are playing next year in 1B.
Dave Walsh confused about something, but seems like kickoff will go regardless.
Just a few bystanders there down in the bottom left corner of the pitch. Dave Walsh just concerned for their safety there, just in case. Come on, Dave.
Humanitarian he is.
He is. New scrum cap today, actually. I think it was his brother's.
Much needed.
Yeah.
Considering the role he's going to have to play today.
Oh, completely. So, Matty Lynch here to kick off for Trinity.
Referee just returning to the halfway. Checking with his touch judges.
And we are off here in College Park. Matty Lynch just sends a high hanging one there into the left. Cashel just put up a man there but failed to retain it there. But they do. Trinity have one back possession there off the kickoff. Cawley to Conal Henchy now. Henchy with the first great carry of the game. Back in the base there now for Cawley. Paddy McCarthy, his first carry of the game, will be looking to make an impact today. Back from return from Leinster. Mark Walsh now. Solid carry there by Mark Walsh. Another man whose first game back it is. O'Kennedy now. Just a little tip on pass there to Lynch, and Lynch just gets driven back there. Trinity now with the ball on the Cashel 10-metre line.
Some good carries there. Unfortunate to not make the game line on the final one, but Trinity still have the ball and we're still playing through the phases.
Henchy now with a very solid carry right here in front of us. Mark Walsh again. Mark Walsh loves to ship it out the back there.
Good hands.
First bit of phase play there for James Sullivan, and he's just brought down. But Trinity with the advantage, ref with his arm out. I believe it was a high tackle. Paddy now with the ball in his hand. And we are going back for the Trinity penalty there. I believe it was a high tackle there.
I concur.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate that.
Mark Walsh appears to be down with something. We don't know yet. What yet?
Time just off here as Mark Walsh is just getting assessed there by the physio.
Shout out Wado.
Shout out Fizzy Wad. He's joined today on the sideline actually by Judd Berman. Judd Berman is his shadow and physio for today.
Breadth of knowledge is impeccable from them two, I'd say.
Don't know about Judd. Definitely Wado anyway.
I think Wado carries majority, but I'm sure Judd brings something to the table.
Wado is a qualified physio, so be a little bit concerned if he didn't have quite a bit of knowledge in his head. Very, very solid touch finder there by Matty Lynch. Trinity now with the line out inside the Cashel 22.
It's definitely a weapon that Trinity love to use. Definitely gets us into the spots we need to.
Oh, so let's see what the call is here for Trinity. Trinity opting to go with that 6-man line out there with Henchy as a +1. Straight up the tail there for Dave Walsh, and we're down. Henchy with the ball now. But the ball has just been sacked by the Cashel men.
Trinity still retain the ball. Mark Walsh takes it up.
Decent carry there by Mark Walsh, but he's met well. First carry of the game for Tom Davidson. Now, Arthur O'Reilly with his first carry of the game.
Good carry.
Very, very good carry.
Flash out wide.
Just like to actually give a quick shout out to the Trinity men whose last game it is today. Oh, loose pass there by Matt Stone.
Punted to halfway, but the ref calls it back for knock on, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is a knock on there. So we're going to have our first scrum of the game here. Just off the Cashel 5-metre line here. Trin will definitely look to apply on some pressure here.
It's hard to tell with how the scrum's going to go. It's been raining quite profusely the last week, but it's very hot today.
Yeah, it's great. Pitch has held up nicely. The pitch needed it. It was middle of the week. It was a bit of a sandbox, the pitch, but now it's looking in pristine condition. So yeah, new front row combo here with Paddy McCarthy coming back into the starting lineup for today.
I feel bad for the tight end.
Sorry, it's actually a Trinity ball. Must have come off a Cashel hand there.
Oh.
So
thank you, ref.
Our mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, scrum has just gone straight down there.
Ref giving a warning. I know not to who. But
yeah. He's just having a word there with Shelley.
That's Arthur O'Reilly for those who are not in the know.
And he's just moving it.
Despite what we may have said about the pitch, it may not be in the best of conditions.
Might be a little bit too wet for today.
Let's see how Trinity can use this as a point of attack.
So, ball now at the base there for Oscar Cawley. Out now for Walsh, and Walsh looks to carry up here, supported well by McDonough. Henchy in over that breakdown as well. Out there to, I believe that was Dunn. His first carry today. McCarthy now, with a good few carries under his belt already. Less than 10 minutes into the game.
Doing well to get over the gain line there.
But Cashel have stripped that ball back in a crucial area of the field, and Cashel will probably look to exit it here.
Trinity failed to support the ruck there, and we just lost it.
9 sends up a box kick. Great take there by James Sullivan. Out now to Noah Byrne, and Noah Byrne gets his first touch of the ball back in Trin colours, and he throws it away there, but it's gone to the hands of Louis McDonough, the captain. Very, very decent carry there by Louis McDonough with bog all else to do, but he's managed to make something of it. Done now with a solid carry. Calling to Lynch. Lynch looks to go himself here, saw a little half gap. Threw a little offload, but unfortunately it didn't go to hand. And we are back now for a Cashel scrum. just on their 10.
Great territorial game from Cashel there. That's very well just fought in the ruck to win the ball back, and a great box kick from their 9.
Good travelling supporters from Cashel RFC as well.
Bringing the youth up, fantastic support for our club.
The Cashel president actually gave quite a good speech up there at the pre-match lunch.
Oh, fantastic. How was this lunch, Josh?
It was actually lovely, Johnny. Lovely cheesecake for dessert. So, Cashel's first scrum of the day here now. Former Tarf head Ed Kelly is actually in the second row today for Cashel. Apparently used to run the line out for Tarf back in the day. A solid carry up there, but he's chopped down there well by Hugh Kennedy.
They go blind back inside with the big boys in there to meet them.
Cashel now send up a nice high box kick. But Matty Lynch takes that superbly. And he's brought down on his own 10-metre line. Out now to Dave Walsh. Dave Walsh met well in the tackle there. Kenny just marshalling the forwards around the corner. And McCarthy there just getting a bit of a boom fall on. Back out now to Walsh, and Walsh just chooses to carry up for himself. Probably a great call there. We go back on the blind to O'Reilly. O'Reilly now just dropped. Calling out with the ball in hand.
Chooses to go himself.
No 9 at the base of the ruck, so Kennedy chooses to step in. Out again to O'Reilly. O'Reilly
held.
Colley now choosing to return a box kick of his own, and he sends it up. But the Cashel 15 is met well by Noah Byrne, and the ball is dropped there. Back to the Cashel 9. Let's see what he'll do with it here. So Cashel brought down now in between the 10 and the halfway line. Mark Walsh just calling men around the corner, and Cashel chooses to tip it on there from that tee. Cashel with men out the side of the ball here. Now to the 13. Brought down well by Colley. And 9 looks to box kick it. Just puts in a low one this time. But Lynch gets it. And let's see what Lynch will do here. Lynch chooses to go himself. But he's just held on to there. Oh, the ball's in Sullivan's hand. Sully chooses to go himself. Oh, a lovely little kick. Oh.
Misread by the 15.
Tackle there by James O'Sullivan. Brought down on the Cashel 5-metre line now. Cashel with a whole load of pressure piled onto them.
And out of nothing, Trinity are on the 5-metre line without the ball, unfortunately. But let's see.
But that was great attacking pressure there by Trinity. Sully and Matty Lynch just working in tandem there. And Cashel just put that one straight out in the fold.
That is a fantastic territorial game for Trinity.
So, Trinity line out. Less than a metre off the Cashel 22 there.
Trinity's first line out was successful. But let's see how this next one goes. Just pausing for a check-up on Arthur O'Reilly.
Also, ladies and gents, would love to see you all out in Donnybrook later on tonight for the Macquarie Cup Under-20s final between DUFC and UCD. A couple of men on the bench today for Trinity who will be playing in that game. Hunter Dean Jones and Harry Roach-Nagel will be starting for the Under-20s tonight against UCD.
We will be there.
Oh, God, yes.
Shelley seems to be okay.
Workhorse, Arthur. Absolute workhorse.
He believes himself to be a cripple by the age of 25, but he does it for the love of Trinity.
He'll still be in Trinity by the age of 25, shall. Up now, Tom Davison takes superbly, and Trinity look to get that maul going. It's at the tail there for Zach Baird. Out to Colley's hand now, again to Walsh. Walsh with another carry. Walsh probably already has about 8 or 9 carries to his name at this point of the game already. Henchy now with one of his carries of the game. Just made a metre or two extra there. We love to see it. To O'Kenny. O'Kenny ships it on to Stevie Rue now. Stevie Rue supported well by Paddy and Dave Walsh. Bit of a Black Rock link up there. Done now with a bit of a ship on now. McDonough has it and he flashes it out to Sully. Sully there with a bit of dancing feet. So Cawley to Max Dunn, but he tips it on there to Big Tom.
Cawley fishing for it.
Cawley now. Just pumps it to Dave Walsh, and Dave Walsh made an extra 2 meters
This
there.
is excellent rock speed from Trinity.
Oh,
Backwards, ref.
we have a knock on here.
Offside.
Oh, is it offside? My
ball.
mistake. Trinity ball. We love to see it. Let's see what Trin choose to do here. Will they go to the corner or will they take the points?
It's currently 0-0. Could be a wise choice to go points. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, and Lynch has called for points. Ref just punched in the post there.
Trinity shall draw first blood.
Well, attempt, Johnny.
Will, Josh.
Oh, yes, I love that. Lynch's boot last week certainly helped Trinity quite a bit against Greystones. Unbelievable kicking by Matthew Lynch last weekend. Just off camera here. You definitely can't see it, but Cashel might be looking to make a replacement. Oh, never mind. He's just getting his bib off. My mistake. And Lynch slots that right between the sticks. As Johnny said, first blood to Trinity here today in College Park. The score here, 3-0 to Trinity. Cashel now with the kickoff into the Trin men.
That had a beautiful little fade, didn't it, Josh?
Oh, it was lovely.
As Tony says, you don't score until you get back to halfway, so let's see how Trinity do from this kickoff.
And Cashel looked to send one in here. Just looked to send it up and high there to the right-hand side. So Sully there took it, but he's brought down just off the 22 there. Cawley now looking to return a box kick of his own. Cawley launches one up. It's a nice high hanger. And it's taken well by Hugo Kennedy. Hugo Kennedy took the ball there just off the 10, and Cawley again looks to put one in deep. But this one, unfortunately, has gone out of the full. So we are back for a Cashel line out just inside the Trin 10.
I believe that to be a great option, just unfortunate with the execution there.
He saw limited men in the backfield and chose to go. Cashel here opting to go for a 6-man lineout. Just up in the middle there. Great take there by Cashel. And Cashel looks to get their maul going.
They bubble blind and they're going strong.
Trinity look to pile into that, but we have a Cashel advantage. Cashel now with ball in hand, just on the Trin 22. And we have another Cashel advantage. Possible not rolling away there. Let's see what they...
This, unfortunately, is a tale of the season. Trinity does so well to score points, but then are unable to maintain control.
So Cashel opts to go for the corner here now.
Bold statement from Cashel.
15 just puts it there on the Trinity 5. Cashel will more than likely look to get that rolling maul going again.
Trinity now have had their first taste of this maul. Let's see how they can do for the second time.
Cashel there just up at the front there. And they look to try get that bubble going round again. And the ball is squirted out there. And it is a knock-on Trinity ball. Great defensive pressure there by the Trinity men. Ball just squirted out there. Cashel players losing control of that in the middle of that maul. So we have a Trinity scrum on their own 5 now.
Trinity stared Cashel in the eyes, and Cashel blinked first.
Jesus, Johnny, that's a great quote. Love that.
Let's see how we can turn this into an opportunity for Trinity to get back into the opposition half.
So the ball is in now. Trinity just locked down that scrum really well. Ball's at the base there for Cawley. Cawley now to Mark Walsh. Mark Walsh with another carry.
And he wins us a penalty.
Oh, that is great. That is great there.
That is a fantastic turnaround for Trinity. Going on the 5 metre to a potential maul try to now penalty getting out of their half.
Ref saying Cashel 10 offside there from the scrum. Matty Lynch boot the ball now. And he finds touch there. Trinity now with a line out just off the 10. Shelley there calling our mark. Up in the middle there, up on Big Tom, but it's down to Cawley now. McDonough just takes that up there, but McDonough managed to rip away and is brought down just before the halfway line. And Trinity with an advantage now as well. We love that. Stevie Wu now with the carry. Back to the base to Cawley. Cawley to Kennedy. Bit of a...
Advantage over. High tackle.
Walsh now with probably at least 10 carries to his name already. Great to see from the young gun, Mark Walsh.
He loves to take the game by the scruff of the neck and have the ball in his hands. I love that from a Trinity man.
Oh, completely. Long old Trinity career ahead of him, hopefully. Only in first year.
Yeah, he's not bad, isn't he?
Oh, he's a great baller. Won a cup with Blackrock. Won the cup with actually his younger brother Michael last year. Michael then went on to win the cup this year with Blackrock.
So who's the better rugby player? That's the question.
Well, there's still Dave as well. So love to see all three of them in Trin colours next year. Trinity line out now. Up now, Dave Walsh just goes to the tail and Trin. Oh, but we call for a crooked throw there. Unfortunate.
That's so unfortunate from a great build from Trinity to lose it like that. But let's see how they respond in the scrum.
Cashel scrum here now. Inside their half the field. Ball is out now to the Cashel 10. See what they look to do here. They just look to carry it up. Found just a little half gap there. Cashel now with the ball just off the 10. Pull back into the blind side there. And out to Cashel forwards. But great chop tackle there by Paddy McCarthy. Cashel now playing with the ball, still inside their half the field, but done there combining with Baird to bring the man down. Cashel now looks to send up that box kick. Lynch now, ball in hand. Lynch now saw a gap and just went himself there. Just brought down just before the halfway line. Just off the touch there. Out now to Dunn. Dunn with a solid carry. And Cawley looks to set up that other box kick as McDonough has joined that ruck. Cawley now sends one up.
Ooh. Great take from the player there.
Just brought down off the 10 there. Colin Henchy getting on his bike there to try get up and make that tackle.
And a box kick in return.
Up we go.
I do hope we're not seeing some kick tennis here, Josh. Oh.
Lynch now returning a kick of his own. But unfortunately, that is out on the full. Cashel now with the line out, halfway between the halfway line and the 10.
That is another kicking mistake from Trinity.
Unfortunate to see. And as we can see there, the bear pit has grown in numbers. So that's what you do. Sun's out, brings the men out. We love that. Overthrow just at the tail there, and we have a knock on, but Henchy has the ball back in his hand. Good clear out there by Paddy McCarthy. Calling now to O'Kennedy, to Walsh again, and Walsh just saw a little gap, just dancing around a few players. Oh my God, unbelievable by Mark Walsh. O'Kennedy now, out the back to McDonough. McDonough to Lynch. Sullivan. Sullivan to down. But Sullivan is brought into touch there, and we have a Cashel line out on the halfway line.
Cashel have a man down, and the ref will chooses to give us a break. Must be really hot out there for the boys. Need to water up.
Quite a long ball in play time, actually. Oh, and we have an early replacement here for Trinity. Arthur O'Reilly taking his leave with Hunter Dean Jones joining the field of play.
I do hope that is a tactical change and not an injury change.
Hopefully so. Looks like Shelley. Shelley was just making his way off field there in good nick. So, should be good.
Hunter, another dominant ball carrier. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
Calls for, oh, Bear trying to get the hand there. Tuaby managed to tip it on. Fortunately, not malicious, but Cashel still with ball in play here. And we are back for the advantage.
I would have given a scrum there, but that's the decision the referee made.
So, probably about 15 left in this half. So Cashel now choosing to go for the corner. 15 with the ball in his hand. Cashel 15 with the solid touch finder there. Just off the Trin 22. See what Cashel look to set up here. Cashel going with a 5-man line out here. Go up the front of Dunn looks to get up there, and he's put some good pressure on, but Cashel still with the ball in hand. McCarthy there with a solid tackle. Henchy there trying to make a tackle, just slipped off the man. Cashel now going around the corner to their prop forward. Brought down well there. Cashel playing some very quick ruck ball here. But they look to just a little spillage there. But the 13 manages to dance his way around a few players.
Then he met Paddy McCarthy.
Oh, he did. That's not one man I'd like to run into. Cashel still with the ball in play here. Oh, very, very great tackle there by Dave Walsh. Saw the man had the ball and just went straight for it. Cashel out the ball halfway between the 22 and 10. And an unbelievable 2-man tackle there. Not sure by who.
Cashel will lose the ball forward, and it's Trinity scrum.
Great defensive pressure there by the men in white. So Hunter Dean Jones with his first scrum of the day. Just quickly, where I have a quick stop and play. I'll tell you the rest of the Trinity bench. So we have we obviously have Hunter on the field, but we have Cole Kelly covering loose head prop. Then we have Coon Doyle, Spencer O'Connell, and Dill Ryan to cover the back row and second row. On the bench, we have Paul McConkey, Harry Roachnagel, and Hugo Lynch. Hugo Lynch returning to the field of play after a period of time off. He did his hammy there against Old Belvedere in the second last game of the normal league.
He's been relentless in the gym to tell him to get back on the pitch, and he's back and ready to do what he does best.
Carry.
Be a massive Kiwi.
Facts, honestly. Very solid player for the J1s this year as well. Trent now with the scrum. Cawley with the put in. Ball at the base here for Trinity. Cawley looks to go. Back to Cawley from O'Kennedy. And Cawley just saw a little gap, but he's brought down well there, just off the 10. Walsh now with the carry. With O'Kennedy stepping into play 9. Cawley back at the base here of the ruck. Dunn now with a very, very nice carry up. And Dunn with shrugs off one man and is brought down there. O'Kennedy now up to McCarthy. McCarthy with a solid tackle, making a metre over the gain line there. Out to McDonough. McDonough looks to go himself here, brought down on the 10. O'Kennedy now ships on to Dean Jones for his first carry of the day. Calls a high tackle, but ref says play on. Now to Dunn again. Trinity with the ball just off the 10 here. But Cashel have bombarded that ruck. But I believe Trin still have the ball here. Bit of helter-skelter stuff going on here in College Park right now. Davison choosing to play 9 here as he ships it on to Stephen Woods. Woods now in a neutral carry tackle. Calling now with the box kick. Launches one up. Taken by the Cashel 15 and as he looks to run it. Ships it onto their winger. Scrum cap there and the winger looks to go himself. Finds some metres and is brought down just off the 10. Cashel looking to go through the middle of the ruck there, just make that extra metre. Shipped out now to... Oh, solid shot there by Paddy McCarthy on one of the Cashel front rowers. Let's go, Paddy, you monster. Cashel now looking to go with another high box kick. Lynch looks to get under that. Oh, it's just gone over Lynch's head. And it's bounced over a few players' heads. Cawley now with the ball back in his hand. And Cashel win that penalty, unfortunately. A very good box kick there by their scrum half. Just went over a few Trin players' heads. Call is not releasing there. It's only a few minutes left to play in this half. Cashel opt to go for points.
Henchy seeing treatment here from the physio.
Henchy will be back. Henchy is back up on his feet. Absolute workhorse, that man.
I reckon he'd play with a broken arm.
Yeah,
Good.
Definitely. 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and Conal Henchy absolutely nailing you in a tackle. So, College Park falls silent here now as just some helicopters going overhead here as the Cashel 15 looks to level the score. And it is good by the Cashel 15. Score update here in College Park. 3-3. Cashel there with the penalty just to level the game. Few minutes left to play before the half. Trin now look to kick back into the Cashel men. Louis McDonough here just having a wee word with the referee. Just to highlight him to a couple of issues, probably at the breakdown there. Lynch now look to return this kick, and he does. He sends it up quite high and short into the left-hand side there. Taken well overhead there by the Cashel second row. I think that's Ed Kelly, former Tarf man. And we have a knock on there at the base of that ruck. It is a Trinity scrum on the 10-metre line.
Fantastic pressure from Trinity to win that ball back. Good response from conceding that penalty.
Very, very nice attacking platform here, right in the middle of the park. Just some helicopter presence overhead here. Not entirely sure what's going on with it, but... Oh, is it Steve? Damn. Steve's got the aerial view going here.
There'll be a special viewership package coming to you next year where you can rent a helicopter and watch the game overhead.
Uh-oh. Calling now with the ball. Very solid scrum there by Trin. At the back there. Lynch, but Lynch with a solid tackle there. And we are back now. Knock on there at the base of that. Here for a scrum, but still another Trin scrum there. Knock on by the Cashel men. Time is off here in College Park. I think there's a man down there just in the corner, just out of our viewpoint. But what a half of rugby we've had here so far, Johnny, eh?
Low scoring, but very exciting end-to-end stuff, I think.
Completely.
Some absolute testament of carries from the likes of
Mark Walsh,
Dave Walsh, Conal Henchy.
Max Dunn, just Trent Stalwart.
One of the opposition props seems to be playing games with Trinity, having none of it.
No, you're not getting into any of their heads. Cashel man back on his feet there. Good to see.
We reconvene with a scrum, Trinity ball.
Greg!
Trinity, this
Colin now feeds in the ball. The base to Dave Walsh. Dave Walsh chooses to go down the blind side. Collie put in that little grubber kick. And Noah Byrne is on his bike here now. But Cashel have retained the ball. And he slung it over the top, but manages to keep the ball in play. And that Cashel player just managed to step Colin Henchy. And Cashel are going here. Cashel man is still on his bike. Very, very loose passing here by Cashel, but it seems to be going to hand here.
Trinity in disarray.
Cashel now brought down inside the Trinity half of the field. Oh, what a shot there by Paddy McCarthy. You could hear that in the crowd here.
That is what Trinity needed. They've now settled in the defensive line and look to be making these hits.
Cashel player down after that shot as well.
I would be as well.
At that defensive pressure there by Trinity. Louis McDonough getting over the ball to make that turnover.
Paddy McCarthy set the statement and Trinity heard.
Jesus. As I said earlier, you do not want to get in front of Paddy McCarthy if he is going to hit you. Time off here in College Park. Just a man down here for Cashel, the 13. I believe he was that initial man who made that break.
Paddy McCarthy's the bull. And they're all wearing red.
Facts. As Dan Dillon said, Johnny, serious ore farming here. Again, what a beautiful day for some rugby here.
It does help with the viewing experience, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. Sun's out. Great crowd here in College Park. Great day for some union. Lynch now boot the ball. And unfortunately, that does not find touch. Cashel just retreating so he can put the ball straight out. But he doesn't. Lynch now with the ball back in his hand. Lynch choosing to return to kick tennis here. Back to the Cashel number 15.
And again.
Sending a low one there to James Sullivan. And Sully looks to run this up. And Sully is going. Ooh.
Kick tennis too woke for Sully. He likes to run.
He does like to run. Paddy now. Great tip on from Max Dunn. Back into the hands there. Max Dunn still with ball in hand. And Dunn offloads there himself. Oh my God. But Cashel with the ball back in hand, unfortunately. Some very jouet play there by Trin. Cashel 10 deep in the pocket there. Cashel 9 chooses to opt for a nice high box kick. Great contest in the air there. Not sure who entirely won that, actually. But Cashel have got that penalty. So we have a Cashel scrum here now. McDonough again just having another wee word with the ref.
So you want to see from your captain. Make sure the ref's paying attention to the rules.
McDonough's great for that. Not screaming in the ref's face, just politely alerting him to some of the indecencies by Cashel.
There's an art to playing with the referee.
There is. And McDonough is very well with that. Cashel looks to get a shunt on here at the scrum.
Powerful scrum there.
And that is a Cashel penalty at scrum time there.
That is big for Cashel. In the dying embers of this half, let's see what they can do with that.
And the 15 looks to go from points here. We are probably about...
I'd say 55 metres, Josh.
55, 56 metres out.
That is bold.
That is very bold. Heard rumours that he's got a good old boot in him.
This would really set them up well going into the second half.
So, Cash 15 looks to land the kick here as College Park falls silent once again.
Great statement of confidence to put in your kicker. Let's see if you can deliver for them.
And that has just fallen short of the post there. And Matty Lynch just kicks that out for the halftime. So halftime score here in College Park. 3-3. The stream is brought to you today by BF Sports Analysis. And thank you to our sponsors, AIB. We'll see you in the second half.
And we're back with the second half. Trinity, three apiece. Let's see how either team can respond. Just switching sides now. My partner just currently back from his little break as he takes his seat.
And second half's about to get underway here. We have Arthur Riley returning to the field of play here. Great to see. Looks to be no other changes for the Trinity team. Bar Riley returning and Jones coming off. And Cashel as well look to have the same starting 15 back out here for the start of the second half.
With this weather, subs could be crucial. Trinity already using the tactical substitutions with Dean Jones and O'Reilly.
Cashel now to kick off. They look to send a long one there into the left. Taken well by O'Kenny. O'Kenny just ships it on there to McDonough. McDonough now just met well in the tackle there, brought down just off the 22. Back now to Dunn. Dunn now with solid carry and solid clean out there by Davison. And McCarthy. Lynch just boot the ball there. Nice old bobbling kick there. But back to the Cashel 15. And he looks to send one there to the right. No men in the backfield. Sully will need to get in it. Oh. Two knock-ons there. Trinity scrum, I believe. Jesus.
That is somewhat fortunate in the melee for Trinity to come out on top. But in their own 22, let's see how we exit.
Completely. Taking a few minutes here.
Substitution.
Weird.
Max Dunn seems to be going off for Dill Ryan.
Dunn had a very good game today so far. I believe that's his last game in the Trinity White.
Fantastic carries from him. Well played. Now it is time for the mustache.
Never heard that one before, Johnny.
November was a while ago, but it remains.
Yeah.
And it looks good.
To be honest with you, it does suit Dill. I'll give him that. Never seen him actually clean shaven before. Back to the base there, Cawley. Lynch looks to send one up here just to relieve some pressure there. But it's taken in the hands by the Cashel 15. Let's see what he does here. Chooses to run it back. Just goes around a few men. Up now to Cashel 8. He's certainly not kicking it. And the Cashel 8 has found some space down the blind side here. Looks to offload back into the Cashel hands here. Back to that Cashel 13. And he is brought down, but he is brought straight into touch. Jesus, that was some good passer play there by the Cashel men. That 8 finding the initial break there down the left-hand touchline.
But who was that who brought him into touch?
Wasn't sure.
The Tash. I enjoyed that.
The Tash is Dylan Ryan, if you don't know.
Big opportunity here. Line it on the 5 meter with that rolling maul.
It's trim ball. Trinity opt to go for a 4-man line out here.
Trickery, and it's up at the back. Tom, off to Corley.
Walsh now, but he's met well there, brought down on the 5 meter line. We see Lynch there just dropping deep into the pocket. Lynch will look to find touch here. Lynch sends it. Ball remains in the field of play here. 14 to 15. 15 now. Choosing to send a crossfield kick here. But it's just gone out of his hands. And that is a Trinity line out.
James O'Sullivan would have caught that.
To be honest with you, Sully has absolute fucking hops.
NBA prospect he was, but he chose Trin.
Trinity now choosing 5-man line out. Straight up the tail here to Tom Davison. Tom Davison takes it well here. But he's just wrapped up there by the Cashel men. It looks like a mall's formed here. And there seems to be a knock on there. So Cashel ball.
Big play from Castle to turn it over within the Trinity half. Trinity are going to have to respond with something. I believe bingo was called.
The bingo is the call. Trin now looking to pile on some pressure. The scrum remains stagnant there, and it's out now with Cashel men. Nice little tip on there from 12 to 13. Cashel now with the ball. Solid tackle there by Conal Henchy. Just prevented that 8 from moving any further.
Good line speed from Dill Ryan. Good tackle as well.
Cashel now still with ball in hand at 10 to 13. 13 just finding a half gap on the outside there. And he slings it back to the inside there. And that is a score for Cashel. Some nice space play there by Cashel, exposing that outside shoulder and getting in over the line there. Score here in College Park.
Good line speed from Dill
8-3 to
Ryan.
Cashel
Good
with the kick
tackle
still
as
to
well.
come.
Great individual effort from the 13 there to find the space and find the man. Well-deserved try. Let's see how the 15 does with this kick.
$15 with the kicks. Practically in front of the posts.
Well, he's missed before. Let's see if he can miss again.
Well, last time he missed, he was about 55 metres out, but this time he makes it. Score here in College Park, 10-3 to Cashel. Still plenty of rugby to play in this half.
Thirteen's individual brilliance seems to have come off a cost, but he walks it off. Trinity need to do something here.
No, Bird trying to get up in the air there. But
And that is not what
Paul is taken in the air there against Noah Byrne. Cashleman still down on the ground. Cashel with the penalty now. That's not what Trinity would have wanted. Cashel now with the line out.
I think the push will come to the forest.
Cashel now with the line out just off the 22. Up and down there. Cashel with an advantage. A late hit there by number 4, Tom Davidson.
You can see what he's trying to do, trying to get a shove on, but not the right time for Trinity right now.
9 is on the ground there. Just a warning there from the referee. Cashel now with kick. 15 chooses to drill it low this time. But he finds touch there just inside the Trinity 22. Couple of changes coming on here now for Trinity. We have Hugo Lynch and Harry Rochenagel joining us. Departing the field, we have number 10, James O'Sullivan, and Mark Walsh. So that'll probably see Matty Lynch slotting to 10 there. Now Byrne go to full back. Sully still on one wing. Probably Harry Roach on the other, with Hugo slotting into 12. Cashel overthrowing that line out there. But they still retain possession there, just off the 22. Solid shot there by Matty Lynch. Cashel still with the ball inside the Trinity 22. 13 with the ball in his hands now. But brought down on the 22. Another decent shot there by Conal Henchy. Paddy McCarthy now with an unbelievable hit. Cashel again finding a little half gap there and managing to get through. Cashel trying to get men around the corner there. And that ball is held up miraculously by the Trinity men. Great defensive pressure there by Trin. So it will be a goal line dropout now for Trinity.
That could be a pivotal moment of the match there, Josh.
Oh, completely.
Fantastic effort from Trinity.
Lynch looking out. Ship it in deep. Hey, looks to run it back now from the halfway. Brought down well there. And again, Dave Walsh making another tackle. Davison and Cawley, I believe, combining to make a tackle there. Cashel now with a little grubber kick through to Matty Lynch. Lynch looks to put boot to ball here. 15 trying to control it with his foot. Looks to send in a spiral. But that ball has gone dead. So we're back for a Trinity line out on the halfway line there. Cashel 15 just looking for that 50-22 there. But the ball went a little longer than expected. Some nervy stuff here in College Park, Johnny, eh?
Oh, absolutely. I am on the edge of my seat right now, Josh. Liam Nolan just in front of the commentary box right now, looking
dapper.
scrumptious.
J1 Alpha Male of the Year, actually, there.
He has the tank top to prove it.
It's got a nice pink unicorn on it. So Trin now with the scrum right in the halfway. Huge scrum here. Very, very solid scrum. Cawley now with the ball in his hand. And that's a Lynch. Lynch pulls it out the back there to Cawley again. Cawley's just held up there in that tackle. Cawley needs to get to the ground here. Otherwise, it'll be a Cashel ball. And the ball is brought down. Fortunately, that is Cashel ball there. Johnny, turn your phone on to silent, would you?
Sorry, that was my analysis team just giving me comments on the match. We're seemingly going scrum from scrum here. Let's see if we can get some more ball in hand and get back to what we had in the first half. I know that's what the viewers at home wants to see.
Cashing out the input here, but Trinity looked to drive that. But the ball is out there, and Colley has the 9 wrapped up, but he manages to get it away. Oh, Henchy now with a solid dump tackle there as he looks to barrage that ruck. Cashel now with the box kick. Coming down for 50 pot Baron. 50 pot on here, just stepping a man here out to Harry O'Schnagel's first touch of the game. Spins out of one tackle, but is brought down there. Coon Doyle with his first carry of the game. Didn't see Coon come on there. Let's go, Coon.
Coon seems to appear when you need him most. Let's see what he can bring to the table.
Let's go, Louis. Louis, smart decision there, just to hold on to it. Calling out, spinning out there to 50 pot. 50 pot putting in a little grubber kick through, but it's brought there. But we're back for a Trin advantage there, offside there. Coon Doyle has come on for Stephen Woods there into the second row.
Stable from Trinity going for a line out.
Oh. So Trinity with the line out here, just off the 22 there. Or just inside the 22, my mistake, sorry. Cashel now looking to make a replacement as well. Number 5 leading the field for number 19. And that is Ed Kelly there leading the field of play, former Tarf man.
It's a small break in play here as both teams recover. Taking on some liquid. This heat must be extremely tiresome. Let's see how the fresh legs in both teams can capitalize on everyone else and make up some plays.
Trin still have a good few subs to bring on. Doyle in there now running the line out. Very, very solid line out operator, Coon Doyle. Made his first team debut back in the first year against Shannon, down in Shannon. Tough place to go, but he did remarkably well that day. Up straight in the middle there on Doyle. And it's down there. Conal Henchy has the ball there.
Penalty advantage for Trinity.
Love that. So the ball is brought down there. But we still have the advantage. Great confidence by Doyle there to choose to go straight up on himself in the middle.
Now, this is a big decision for Trinity. Do they go for posts or do they go for another lineup?
Awkward angle here to go for post. So I say, Lynch there, choosing to go for the corner. So Trin line out on the Cashel 5. Cashel now with the ball back in their hand. It's Cashel there managing to win that ball back. It's a crucial piece of defence there by them.
Fantastic from them to withstand the pressure and come out on top.
Turn again. Pop up.
Unable to find touch. Trinity will play. Solly with the ball in his hands.
Oh, but Sully's dropped there by his opposite man. Ball at the base here for Cawley. Joe Ryan now with the tackle. Walsh now out to no Burn. No Burn seeing space, but no Burns dropping the ball there. Hugo Lynch just pounced on it there, luckily. But Cashel managed to win back that penalty. Straight, let's bring it.
Opting again for posts. Last time the 15 was in a similar distance to this, he missed it. So let's see if history repeats itself.
Cashel again opts and go for points here. And that is a good kick there by the Cashel 15. Score update here in College Park, 13-3 to Cashel. It's now a 2-score game for Trinity. Cashel 8 now, just making a break. But he's brought down well by Coon Doyle on the halfway line. Another penalty against Trinity there.
It's all seemingly going against Trinity right now. Let's see how they ride this pressure and let's see if they can come out on top.
Cashel finding touch there. Just halfway between the 10 and the 22. Inside the Trinity half of the field. And so, just been told, 20 minutes left to play still in this half. The Cashel now with the line out up straight down the middle, and they look to set up that ball. Ball straight at the back there for Cashel.
They're looking to get a second wave of power.
Again, that's a secondary shove going on there. Ref hasn't told him to use it there. And that is a Trinity advantage there. Cashel, that ball collapsing there, and it is a Trinity ball. Love to see it. Trinity will be definitely be thriving off that.
They'll take great pride in that there, Josh. Trinity love them all D.
Completely. Trinity scrum here now.
How are you going to take him?
Ball of the bases come there for Cawley. Cawley goes out to Lynch. Lynch just
Beautiful hat.
things there. Harry Oceanego. Now to Sully. Sully there with just a little chip.
How's your gas, son?
Over the top there.
And that's a great back.
Lynch there with the ball in hand. Offloads to Conor Henchy. Conor Henchy just brought down there. Calls it a high tackle here. Calls a play in the 9 here. Trinity advantage. Trinity now with the ball just on the 5 metre line. So Cawley to Dave Walsh now. Ships it out the back to Lynch. That's a very loose pass there. McCarthy to Bagel. Harry Rochenegger with the ball in his hand here, making a good few meters there. Again, going down the blind side here to Zach Baird. Zach Baird offloading. But we are back for the advantage here. So, could be a yellow card here for Cashel. We are not sure. We will see in a minute.
It appeared to be a try-stopping offence. So let's see what the referee's decision is.
Yellow card here for Cashel for number 9. Cashel also making a replacement here.
That decision from the referee makes these next 10 minutes perhaps the most important in Trinity's season.
Completely, Johnny. Couldn't agree more. Cashel now choosing to change their front row as well.
It is now up to the boys in white to come up with some magic.
God, I love a bit of magic. Ever watch Now You See Me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, banger of a movie.
More of a prestige man myself.
Nah, Mark Ruffalo. What a go. Now You See Me. Now You See Me 3 is apparently finished. They're just in
Post-production, are they?
post-production, I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
Trinity scrum here. Ball is at the base here for Oscar Cawley. Cawley chooses to go. Goes to Lynch. Sorry, Lynch to Lynch, actually. And Lynch is just brought down just before the line. Walsh now. Trinity looks to just get close here. O'Reilly. Cashel just managed to drive him back there. We're on the 5, but it's the Trinity advantage. Ref has his arm out there. Dylan Ryan there.
Swing.
Out the back, Lynch. No, Sullivan dots it down right in the corner there.
That is a world-class finish, but it goes
Oh,
to the ref.
I believe that was a knock on there. Sorry about that, but we are back for the advantage. Offside there. Ref just calling the clock off here. Cashel man down here. Ref calling for a replacement, actually, just off camera here. Cashel man probably seriously down here, injured. To be honest, you don't really like to see that.
No, you don't. At the end of the day, we're all just playing the game we love.
Yeah. So, Johnny, how are the exams?
You know, Josh, they've been going fantastically.
Love it.
I feel like I'm just on top of everything. You know, the revision's going perfectly.
Okay.
The recollection, fantastic. And you know, when I put pen to paper, it just flows.
Love it. Trin here opting to go for the tap ball. Paddy McCarthy here now. Paddy McCarthy's over the line, but
It appears the referee was not in attendance.
no, unfortunately not. Thought he saw him walking back there, thought he was about to call time on, but Cashel player back up on his feet. Unfortunately. So, again, we're back to the tap and go here. Fortunately, the Cashel 12 has left field play. But here now, Trinity still with the ball.
Trinity 2 meters away.
Back to the blind side here to Lynch. Great tackle there on Lynch, though. He just thought he had a little bit of space there. Baird now with a try right in the corner. Trinity back in this game. Score here in College Park. 8-13 Still to Cashel, but Lynch with a kick still to come. Here now. Trinity still with the ball.
That is a great response from Trinity from that yellow card. That is exactly what they needed. Now, they have the try, but do they have the momentum? They need to respond from kickoff immediately.
So, comms are saying 28 minutes gone here.
That's 12 minutes left to go for those of you unable to calculate that.
I can't calculate that, Johnny.
You're a zoologist, mate.
Johnny, why don't you tell the audience what you do?
Theology.
Lynch now with the kick from the corner. Unfortunately, he has missed that. But we're back to a one-score game here in College Park. 8-13 to Trinity. 12 minutes still left to play.
Trinity will have the ball to play, so it's all in their court.
Lynch now, ball in hand. Puts boot to ball here, sends one up. Very, very nice touch finder there by Matty Lynch. Still inside the Trinity half the field, but Cashel now with ball. Cash go up in the middle here. Thought that was crooked myself, but ref said play on. Cash Bear brought down the middle of the field. Unfortunately, that's Cashel advantage. Possibly for not rolling away.
13 thought he saw a gap.
But nope, met Paddy McCarthy and Shelley. Knock on there. Still for a Cashel advantage though.
Seems to be Dave Walsh on the floor then.
I think it's just cramp.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing many of those at the twilight of this game.
Probably about 10 left to play in this game, Johnny A.
I think it's very important for the likes of Josh to keep the lads hydrated with fluids.
Not me, Coach Josh. And ref call times back on. Dave Walsh back on his feet, and points are called here. College Park falls silent. Falls silent once again.
Let's respect the kicker.
Right. Very important. And he has made that kick. Score update in College Park. 8-16 to Cashel. As we see Cole Kelly and Hunter Dean Jones enter the field of play for Arthur O'Reilly and Paddy McCarthy. These two men will need to provide a lot. Hunter was already in this game at the first half. This is Cole's first involvement of today. Box kick now up by the Cashel replacement 9. Cashel still with the yellow card. Actually, not sure how long they've left to play in that yellow card. So Trinity now with a line out because that ball went out in the full. Trin with a line out just off the 22. Kohler getting comms out to Berda.
This could be the time for Trinity.
Very much. Back up with the tail here to Big Tom. Big Tom takes it out nicely. Henchy with a nice break there. Around the corner here to Cole. Cole thought he's, I say there, but he had support. Lynch now. Lynch now finding just a little half gap for himself to get through. Collie now with the ball. Matty Lynch putting in a nice little dink. Cashel player just kicking that one straight out there. Thought James Sullivan had his hands to it.
Line out Trinity.
Line out Trinity on the 5 metre line.
Edification beckons. This is Trinity's time to capitalise on.
Johnny, that's a big word. What does that mean?
I think it's time. I think it's best that we show what it means.
Okay. Up again to Big Tom there. And it's down there. Trinity look to set up that maul. That ball is at the back there for hooker Zach Baird. Oscar Cawley with his hands on it, but Trinity look to get that maul moving now. Cawley now choosing to go himself. I think he was taken high there in that tackle, but ref is saying play on. Not entirely sure what the call is there, but I think we're back for a scrum. Oh, I lied. Sorry. And we have more men entering the field of play. We have Stephen Woods back on for Tom Davidson. And then we have Spencer O'Connell entering for Dave Walsh. Dave Walsh and Big Tom playing two pivotal roles in today's game.
Spencer, a professional rock melter. Let's see what he can do.
I know. And we are back for another Trinity advantage there. Somebody scored the quick tap. It is unbelievable. Score here in College Park. 13-16 to Trinity with a kick still to come forward, Matty Lynch.
Now, whilst scrappy, that is what Trinity Spencer, a professional rock melter. Let's see what he can do. Great response from Trinity. Kick for Matty.
And we are back for another Trinity advantage there. 16-13 to Cashel. Sorry, my mistake there. Heat of the moment. Scored the quick tap.
Matty Lynch stands alone, the weight of Trinity's season resting on his shoulders.
And Lynch hits that beautifully right between the sticks. Score here, 15-16 to Cashel, but plenty of rugby still to play in this half. Quick score update here in the 1A playoff final. It is 23-26 to... It's 23-26, I think, to Nina. Not actually sure. I saw it briefly. Sorry, to UCC. 22-26 to UCC in Nina. There's 7.5 left here to play in College Park. Lynch now putting boot to ball, sends one up.
There you go.
And that stays in field there. McCauley managed to get to it and is just hanging onto that 8. Brought down in the Nina half the field. Nina chooses to go early here. Trinity were back 10 there.
Scrappy rock there, but Nina ball.
Oh, there.
9 fishing for it.
Nina with a full complement of men now. Sorry, Cashel with a full complement of men.
68.
Oh, solid hit there. Nina again opting to go for that box kick. Hangs one high. Line out there to Nina inside the Trinity half of the field. Sorry, Cashel. All these Munster teams from Tipperary. Cashel now off to set it. Solid contest in the air by Trinity. Ball at the base there for Cashel. 8 looks to carry up again. Very, very good carry there by that Cashel number 8. Cashel now playing with the ball. Inside ball there from the 10. "13 with the ball in his hand here. Isolated there, that number 10. Trinity trying to get over that. But Cashel still with the ball in hand. Eight tries to step his way inside that ruck. Cashel still with the ball just off the 20. And that is a Trin penalty as Matty Lynch tried to go early there, but the ref calls him back. Probably just off the mark there.
Another big moment in this.
Very, very big moment.
This game can hang in the balance of a single play. Which team will make it?
That ball did not find touch there. Cashel with the ball back in their hand, and Cashel looked to hang another one up high. Noah Byrne takes that, or is that Harry Rochnagel? Harry Rochnagel takes that extremely well. Zach Baird is going up the touchline here. Zach Baird bounces off 2 men. Brought down there now, just off the touch. Stephen Wood pulls out the back here to Lynch. McDonough. She got Lynch there. Harry Rochnagel with the loose pass there out to Noah Byrne. Noah Byrne manages to shake off a few men as brought down on the 22. Oh, so a couple faces a knock on there. That is a Cashel scrum. Comms are saying 2 minutes left here in College Park.
Cashel scrum, but Trinity pride themselves on their bingo call. We need the full energy of the crowd here.
Paddy McCarthy and Arthur Rattley returning to the field of play for this last scrum.
This is the season.
This is the moment right here. And now by the Trinity men. Cawley manages to wrap up that 9, but it's back to the 8's hands. He managed to slip his way through a few tackles there. I'm not sure how he did it, but he did. Cashel with the ball here. Paddy there with a solid shot on that number 8.
Trinity needs something special here. Who's going to provide?
Cashel just trying to run down the clock here. Gathered by Trinity. Trinity with the ball back in their hands. Matty Lynch just throws one over the top here to James O'Sullivan.
Corley goes with the ball.
Shelley stepping into play 9 and Paddy now with a huge carry. Out the back here now. McDonough.
Looks for a pass, but it's too far. Goes himself.
To Lynch. That's no burn there on his bike. Stephen Woods now with the carry up.
There is seconds left in this game. Trinity need to keep the ball in hand.
Spencer O'Connell now with the carry. Lynch again to Lynch. Hugo Lynch looking for an offload, but chooses to hold on to it himself, but he's brought to the ground there.
Needs to release, ref.
Tackler certainly needs to release there. Dylan Ryan over that ball with men in support there.
An attempted suplex, but Dill gets the ball back.
Paddy McCarthy now with a busting carry. Stephen Woods now with ball in hand. Liam Doyle now. Trinity with the ball just off the half. Oh! Matty Lynch now making an unbelievable run there out of nothing.
Fantastic support from Trinity to keep the ball alive.
Hugo Lynch again with the ball in his hand.
There needs to be
infringement there at the ruck.
penalty. Penalty.
Clock, I believe, is in the red. Clock, I believe, is in the red.
Yellow card is shown.
Yellow card is shown to that Cashel number 15.
There is 1 point in it, and it's a penalty for Trinity.
Point is called.
Points is called.
Points have been called.
Matty Lynch. How's your bowl?
Next year, AIL1B. Thank you so much to BF Sports Analysis for the year and to our sponsors, AIB. Ladies and gentlemen, ignite.